Well guys, it's how it always happens. I decide it's Christmas Day. I'm not going to bring my good camera because I don't need it. What am I going to be filming today? Well then, behind the building, look at this. Somebody just dumped this. People dump so much stuff because they just see these as free dumpsters. But look at this. This is amazing. My first thought was an enclosure for a 3D printer. Just from 2018. Yeah, so people just opportunistically dump stuff here, but it actually works out for me. Now let's see. Okay, the door closes well. It just smells like bread in here. It's not bad at all. Well, shoot. I took a intermission from Christmas, and I almost said Thanksgiving. Took an intermission from Christmas and brought the dolly over here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop by the coffee shop and see if they want it first. Wow, I just realized it's all restaurant equipment all the way down. Huh. Well. You can use that for mixing mortar in. It does kind of really irks me that businesses come here and fill up our trash that we pay for, and then we don't get to put trash in our trash. But oh well. But I make a profit off of it, so whatever. Someone joined me. Yep. There you go. Well, thanks for joining me. You know what? Get a shot of me with it. Pretty cool? Yeah. We stopped by the coffee shop, and Matt, he was always scratching his head like, hey, maybe I could use that. So maybe I'll use it for a bit to store the filament in or something like that, and then we'll take it over there. I'll fix it up for him, replace the coil for it. Because I've been doing appliance work for people, so I might be able to sell this. Yeah. So I have some bad news.
What?
The dumpsters at our apartment complex are full of kitchen equipment. Someone cleaned out an entire restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got suspicious of that fact.
I know. Well, that's why you can't have nice things. But yet you can also get things for free. You want to pull that in? So I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got some of these.
Oh.
Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. I guess somebody's running a restaurant.
Or getting rid of a restaurant, I don't know. These,
Or like a little small business thing.
yeah, I don't know. Or clearing out a building, maybe.
I don't know.
Either way, this stuff's easily repairable. So it's a proofing oven for pastries. And, well, I mean, coffee shop, they're doing pastries. They just might not have enough room. So, yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. But, you know, I can just see this being a beautiful case for a big 3D printer that barely fits in it. Well, guys, it's been a few weeks, and I've decided to shift a lot of my focus from my workshop to where I'm going to be doing more of the tinkering kind of things. So this actually works out. I might someday want it for storing 3D filament in. But right now I got some other things, some other toys to play with, and I don't think that I should be having this sitting around, especially when the coffee shop can use it. So I turned it on, and it works, partly. I also have all this stuff. I have to get 102 monitor mounts ready for a company in 5 days. Another little job, I might not film that. Oh, and here's a close look at this equipment that I got for free. Okay, that's enough of that. So with this, the heating element works, and that's the biggest part. And then The only thing that doesn't work, and I believe the reason why they threw it away, was this did not work. And I can already tell that it has loose oil. So let's take it out and let's see if we can use some of this high temperature grease just to free it up for a little bit. And I'm going to work out a deal to where the coffee shop can have this for like 6 months, a year. And if it keeps working, they can pay me for it. And if not, if it breaks, I'll take it back. I think that works out pretty well. And even if they do buy it from me, later on, if it ever does break, I might take it anyway. Because if they need to scrap it, I can rip out the electronics and use it as an enclosure for... Actually, I can probably keep a heater, but I would just heat it up to like a warm temperature to keep the humidity down for PLA and stuff like that. But yeah, even after that, I could still get it back after they've used it for several years and use it to store PLA whenever I get more serious about 3D printing. A little bit worrying that those are broken. That's odd. Maybe this has gotten a pretty bad impact. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I bet they replaced this. I bet they had to cut that and cut that to get it in. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, that makes sense. I found a few screws in here, so I'm going to be able to button it back up pretty well, I think. So let's get this off. And there's no screws on the back. It's all in the front here. Okay. And I'll be careful of this. Looks like a... Yeah, this is the temperature sensor. Now, I won't know if the humidity sensor is good or bad. In fact, I don't know much about these. It seems that down is on and up is off. That's, you know, if I remember right, restaurant stuff might be a little bit different like that. And then this doesn't have dials. I will 3D print them, new ones, probably out of PETG, something that takes a little bit higher heat, or not PLA, ABS. But that can just be something that I do whenever they need it. For now, though, I need to clean up the workshop, and so I need to get this thing gone. And thankfully, they have a basement where this can sit. Oof, this is cross-threaded. Oh wow, it looks like they left the part of the zip tie from the other zip tie in here. I just moved this out and bent this up. I think that's fair. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it anymore. Looks like it's got a little bit rusty, but I can see what we can do. We might better just take it apart right here. If not, I already talked to him, and he is willing to buy a new fan for it if we need. Oh wow, look at that! I grabbed the perfect one first time. Second time, really. I still can't believe it actually fit. Okay, joke's over. I don't want my billings to get lost. I like this design more than this design. Oh, it's not a Billings. It's a different brand. Actually, I don't have any other bolts with that, so that can just live on there. Had to break it free. Has a little gasket on it. Yeah, that's pretty stiff. So that'll be easy to do. I might be able to just get a really big screwdriver and pop that off. Nope, it's gone. No. Well, that's a shame. Okay, well, unless, nah, that just looks terrible. You know, it's funny. it doesn't even look like they really crimped this. I pulled the wires out and it just came out. So whoever replaced this last did a really shoddy job. This thing is going to have a much better maintenance manager from now on. Well, that means these need to be replaced. Okay, so I've tried a lot of things with this. I got the angle grinder out and I cut a lip in it, and I put this in the vise, and then I tried hitting it with a punch super hard, and it would not budge. So then I just gave up and I set it down on something that would hold on the lip here, and I just walloped it super hard on the end here, and it just dented the can. It didn't actually take it off. So this thing is just stuck on there. Another thing of note is, look at this. It's so loose. All the insulation is just gone. Yeah, this needs to be replaced. Thankfully, this is only like $30 for this entire motor on eBay, so we're gonna order one. I'm trying to cut away at it with what's left of my cutoff disc, and it's being a bit of a pain. Wow, okay, this is going sideways. It is just completely falling apart. Everything around this. Okay. The fact that this has bare wires touching just means that it's dead, so I'm going to cut that wire. Okay, good to know. You basically have to just cut open a good portion of it just to get it out. Ew. Oh, there's... Okay, I get it. That's supposed to be foam that has a oil impregnated into it, I bet. Interesting. Oh yeah, that bearing's oil starved. It's all rusty. Yeah, and that oil's all burnt out. So I think something like this would do well from maybe a yearly checkup. Not if it's this hard to open though. Yeah, that's rusted pretty badly. This housing's pretty interesting. Oh, interesting. It's actually a lot more complicated than I thought. I like how this motor looks. So I'm actually going to keep it, and I'm going to put a tinier motor in it because I want to make little displays out of like old doorbells and stuff like that. So it could be like a little 6-volt display that when you press the button, maybe it has some pinball machine parts that do some clicky-clacky things. And well, I could 3D print the other half of this to look like an old motor, but a tiny old motor. This doesn't quite fit the style, but I can 3D print the rest and hide a tiny little motor inside of here, or even just a little geared motor. But yeah, we're gonna order a new one of these, and that should be a wise choice. And then further on, I think what I'll do is I'll open it up every single... Oh yeah, look at that. All those wires just... Oh wait, those are the wires that I cut. Never mind. I had to cut it with a chisel because it was so hard. But still, there's connections connecting in there. That becomes a heating element pretty much. I'm going to see about, on the new one, loosening this. And then I should be able to add oil over time because this just baked itself. And I have to say, it smells awful. It smells like your grandmother or you're somebody just absolutely spaced out and burned some food that should not be burned, and it is awful smelling. Plus, it smells like an oil refinery fire. But yeah, this is pretty pungent and burnt smelling. I have it back together, and Matt said that he's going to order the new motor for it. And I think that's it. It heats up. It should be good. Then we can 3D print some handles for it. That might be a little while from now, though. So I think I'll probably call it there once I get it into the coffee shop. Since it's going to be a few months, well, possibly a few months before I put the new fan in and get this ready, because I still have to make them a countertop and stuff to hold this. I'm going to put all these parts back with it to hold the screws, just to hold the screws. And for instance, the rotor, it's just to hold this stuff. And I'm keeping the wrench with it, especially since it's not one of my favorite wrenches, so I can definitely do that. And then later, once we have this thing proven to work, then I can take that stuff and throw away whatever I don't want. I did throw away the coils because they were just flaking and I don't need those. But the other stuff, I held on to that for a little bit. So,
that's good.
Just for safekeeping of the screws and stuff, I just put everything back together, but then afterwards I'll take the stuff back. Any of this garbage, but I can put those back in there if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll put them back in there. This is going to be one of my garbage day videos because I found in the garbage.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll finish the video whenever.
Is this supposed to be a temperature gauge down here?
Yeah, temperature and humidity. Now, I haven't tested the humidity sensor yet. I don't know if that works, but that shouldn't be hard to replace. It's actually pretty simple. Do you want to see underneath the panel before I put this in? Okay, cool. It's like only 4 parts. It looks like they replaced the heating element recently. So that might be something that goes bad.
Okay.
If you need bakery trays, I have some metal bakery trays, but they're kind of nasty.
Oh, yeah.
And then this, you want to like prop it because it's kind of not together. There's no strut in there, so maybe if we make a thing for it, we'll have something to lean against it or something, or maybe in the back we'll put a tensioning bar on it.
Huh.
It's kind of weird.
I see.
That might be a deal breaker for you. I don't know, but we'll see. You know, now that I think about it, that could be a nice, quick little episode because I have no idea what the rest of that thing's story will be. It might end up being used there, or it might not. It all depends on how the coffee shop grows. It might come back and end up being a filament vault, I guess you'd call it. And until then, before then, I'll have to actually reorganize my workshop quite a bit, which I am. And I'll focus on some other toys for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this trash pick, because I sure did. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.